Hi everyone, this is Pam Cheek and welcome back to my channel. I'm a travel agent with 20 years of industry experience, and today we're going to talk about travel comforts, travel essentials, things that I pack. I love my travel gadgets. They're a lot of fun, and I've spent a lot of money on travel gadgets that really don't work, and I've found things that work very well. So today I'm going to share with you some of the things that work the best for me and make my travels a lot better. So let's start with some essentials that I really feel are important. Safety is huge, and ports in every place in the world are known for pocket lifters, people who are really good at getting your stuff. It's how they make their living, and they are in every port everywhere. Nothing screams tourist like someone with a great big bag that's got all their stuff in it, or a man with his wallet in his back pocket half hanging out. So let's talk about safety in travel. These are a couple of types of passport money holders. This one is designed to go around your neck and then under your shirt, not on top of your shirt. If they clip this and run, it's gone. So the whole point is that this goes inside your shirt. And this one is designed to go around your tummy, and it has all the way around. In both cases, they have a couple of holders where you can put your money, where you can put your passport. And I always say nobody's going to get my important things unless they get it off my dead body, because these are going to be on my body. Now, the reason I like these two, this brand, this one's Peak, and this one is, I forgot already, LL Bean. These are designed so that they keep you from feeling horrible sweating. And I've tried a lot of different kinds, and these are the best brands. They are the most comfortable for the longest. So when I'm on an airplane, I have one of these on. In certain countries, my passport goes with me everywhere, and these are essential for me and a really good product. All of the items I'm talking about today, there will be links in the description that tell you how you can find these. Don't leave home without the cords that you need for charging your items. I really like these because they have a little flat pad to stick into the camera so that it's flat on the bottom instead of sticking straight out of the bottom. So if you need to buy some, these would be my preference, is the ones that go sideways, because you can hold it without it sticking straight out. That made a lot of sense, but you got that one. Don't leave home without them. Don't leave home without a charger for your phone or anything that needs to have a battery. You need battery backup. So there's nothing worse than getting to the best part of the day and being out of battery in your phone and you can't take photos and you just saw the biggest bear ever. This one has cute little bear claws, which is why I like it, but it's also a very strong battery. It can charge my phone several times before I have to recharge it, and the little lights go down as it runs out of charge. So it's fully charged right now, and it comes in a nice little travel bag that keeps it safe when I throw it in my purse. AirTags. AirTags are a new development, and they are wonderful. If you have an AirTag in each piece of your luggage, you will know where your luggage is all the time. And this is really important for your anxiety. If you're nervous when you're traveling because you know your bag is on the plane with you. It's also great if your bag gets lost because you know where it is. And last year I had a bag that was still in Charlotte when I was in Munich. But we knew where it was, we knew when it was coming, we knew when it got to London, we knew British Air had it, and we knew when it arrived in Munich. And so we were able to tell the airlines, even if they weren't sure. It was a big mess, not because of weather problems, not because of the airlines, but bags do get lost. So I highly recommend you get a set of AirTags. They do not come with this little cover. The AirTag is actually inside. So get a little cover. It's extra, of course, because they don't send them with them. But it's really nifty. This one you just clip it on, and I put them inside of my suitcase, clipped to one of the inside zipper little holes on the zipper pull, and they stay very safe there. Pam's essentials for traveling, one of which is a bag that is not easy for someone to get if they want to steal my stuff. This one has a very thick, you can see, strap. It's not real big, and so it's going to just stay with me very close, and I can hang it around my neck, and it's very safe. Has some pockets, small little wallet that will fit inside. You don't need a lot of stuff when you're traveling. Pare it down, pare it down. This will hold my money from whatever currency I need in that country. It'll hold the coins from that country. It'll hold my ID. I usually travel with my driver's license as well as my passport. And it just slips it down in there, and it's safe and sound. I can put a lot of stuff in here. One of the things I take, you might laugh, but I love my salt and pepper. And during COVID, these little friends of mine became my favorite friends. Look, aren't these fun? They're magnetic, and they stick together just like that. And you just fill them up with salt and pepper. They have a screw open top on both sides. They have a screw open bottom to refill them. And this stays in my little travel purse. I'm always ready when I go to eat because I like my salt and pepper. Essentials. Make sure you find out before you leave home what kind of power the ship runs or your local currency in whatever country. I have every kind of plug known to man. These are adapter plugs. This one's for Europe because I'm getting ready to go to Europe. And you plug in on your side and you plug into their currency on the other side. The really cool thing about these is they're very lightweight. I only take what I need. I usually have a couple of them, one for myself, one for Dennis. I also have in here a little itty bitty flashlight, and that is just so that if we lose power for some reason, whether we're in a hotel or on the ship, I have my little light. So, travel essentials, you see I have them in a cute little bag, and I have bags of these in multiple sizes, and we'll talk about some other kinds of bags, but this is really, really super easy. I can see what's inside, easy to pack, essential. Let's talk about some essentials for comfort on the plane. If you're like me, when my feet are down all day, I swell. And there's nothing like fluid retention to make you miserable and potentially actually make you sick. So these are compression socks. I wear them whenever I fly any distance. I don't really like wearing them, but these are better than a lot. So talk to your doctor because this is a medical potential issue, and you want to make sure you're getting what you should have according to your doctor. I do recommend getting plain colors, not fancy socks. I had some that I thought were really cute, but the inside of them was full of little strings from where all the different colors came together, and those little strings really bothered my legs after about an hour. And if you're on a flight for 8 or 10 hours, that's a long time to be bothered. So I've learned to just get plain old compression socks, and I like these a lot better than the ones that you can buy at over the counter in most stores. They're a lot heavier and have less ability to really move well in them. So compression socks, those are a must for me. If you're bothered by light on the plane, you can get a little eye band to put on and sleep on the plane. And speaking on sleeping on the plane, this is my very, very, very favorite. I have gone through so many different neck pillows. This one is, in my opinion, the best thing out there, and it's called a Be Cozy. I like it because the back of it has been designed to not push your head way forward, which most of them are really big. They look like they're going to create a pillow effect, but instead they just push your head forward, which is not comfortable after about the first hour. So this one allows you to put your head comfortably back against the backrest, comes around, and it holds your chin up so that your chin doesn't bob. That's my biggest complaint with most of them, is that you're like falling asleep and your head's doing this, and it's really miserable. Now this looks like it would be hot, but it's not. I do not like things around my neck. You will never see me wearing a turtleneck sweater because I can't stand stuff around my neck. But this is just a nice comforting pillow. You can turn it this way, you can turn it this way, you can double it over and do this with it. Very functional. I've been using these for quite a while, and they are a game changer for me when I have a long haul flight. They come in different sizes, so my husband has a bigger one because he has a bigger head and neck than I do, believe it or not. If you're short and you just can't ever have your feet on the floor because the seats are much too high, this is called Sleepy Ride, and this side is fuzzy and soft for your feet, and you just slip it over your tray table on the seat in front of you. It does not cause the person in front of you to have bumpy seat, and then you can make it the length you need it for that day, and then you can put your feet in it and have a nice cozy place for your feet so they're not hanging down for the entire trip. Another little game changer that I really like. Sleepy Ride. Let's talk about traveling with medical supplies. In the United States, we have ADA laws that require airlines to consider any kind of medical equipment as extra luggage. It does not count against you. So, for instance, if you travel with a CPAP, you don't have to have that inside your luggage. You can have it outside and it doesn't count. You need to just tell them you have a CPAP and they'll be fine. That's no problem. If you're traveling in Europe, there is no ADA in Europe, and so it's a whole different ball game. If you are flying over on a U.S. airline and you don't have room for it in your suitcase, so you carried it separate, and then you spend, let's say, a few days in Paris, and then you're going to travel on to another place. If you are on an inter-Europe airline, they are going to want you to have that inside your luggage. So it's kind of a pain at that point if you don't have enough room in your luggage, because you're either going to pay extra money or leave something behind. So just be aware of that. If you are traveling on a ship and you need distilled water, you just need to let them know, and you can have your travel agent document that up front, or you may be able to document it yourself through the personalizer or through your whichever kind of vendor you have. But they will get it for you, and you don't have to worry about the distilled water. This is so common now that it's very easy to travel with CPAPs. If you get to your room and you don't have it, just ask your room steward and they will get it for you. If you're traveling to Alaska and you're doing a cruise tour, when you get to the hotels, they have distilled water. You don't pre-order it. You just need to go to the desk, and they're just going to give you a big cup full because you don't need a whole gallon for one night at the hotel. And they'll give you as much as you need, but it's not going to be in your room. You just need to go get it, and that just makes sense. It would be ridiculous to give everybody a gallon of water for one night. Dennis and I have made the plunge into buying CPAPs that are travel CPAPs, and this is my little friend, my travel CPAP. It's my Air Mini. I love it. Are they cheap? No, these cost about $1,000. But if you're going to be traveling a significant amount, this is a total game changer. My hose looks huge because I have a wrap on it, but actually it takes up very little room. It does not need water at all, so you don't have to deal with distilled water. All that's in here is my CPAP, my cord, my cord, and the hose that goes in between. There's this cool little piece inside here, and this opens up, and inside is a little filter thing. I don't understand the technology, but it turns your breath into mist so that you don't get dried out at night. And Dennis and I both have them. We love them. They are a total game changer for packing. And we also purchased the batteries for them. So we have a battery pack. If we have a problem where we can't plug them in, we can still use them with our battery pack. I bought these battery packs on eBay and got them a lot cheaper than what I could get them for through a regular vendor. So just an FYI, you can find ways to save some money. Let's talk a minute about motion sickness. There are several things that I do. I'm very prone to motion sickness, but I love cruising. And so there's several things that I do. One is that I start taking ginger pills about 3 days before the cruise starts. And then all the time throughout the cruise, I just keep up the ginger pills. And you can buy those pretty much anywhere. I take along this fun little bottle called Motion Ease. And I do have a link to that. This is an oil, and you just put a little bit behind each ear. And Motion Ease. This is non-drowsy Dramamine, otherwise known as Bonine, and the generic name is Meclizine. All three are the same thing. Non-drowsy Dramamine, Bonine, and Meclizine are all Meclizine. Now, do be aware, in Canada, this requires a prescription. So I found out that the hard way when I stopped into a Canadian drugstore to get some, and they said, sorry, prescription only. In the US, it sells everywhere. And I start taking this a day or two before the trip, start getting my body acclimated, and then every day during the trip. And sometimes for a day or so afterwards, although not usually. If you have still that queasy kind of motion feeling when you get off the ship, keep taking it for a few days. I also take regular Dramamine, so if it gets a little rougher, especially for sleeping at night, I'll take my regular Dramamine. And then these are queasy beads. These I have, look, aren't they cute? I have them in all these little colors. You can find queasy beads on Facebook. The lady that makes these is awesome, and she will have you measure your arm, and there's a left side and a right side because your arms aren't the same size. These work by acupressure. You wear them 2 fingers above your wrist, and this little ball is what provides the acupressure. So you want them made to the right size. What these really are old-fashioned C-bands, but they're cute. My husband wears old-fashioned C-bands. On him, they're fine, but on me, they're just not cute. And I love my queasy beads. At one point, I lost weight, and I let the lady know, and she was so sweet. I sent them to her. She resized them for a minimal cost, and I'm still rolling with them. So I have 3 little colors, and I love them. These are so pretty. They're so pretty. I just like to wear them. I've been told these are also good for nausea of pregnancy, but I couldn't tell you by me because it's been a long time since I was pregnant, and I don't plan to be again. Okay, so when we're talking seasickness, please, please, please talk to your doctor. I am not recommending things. I'm not a doctor. I'm not your doctor. Anything can affect your medications, and so please discuss with your doctor the best thing to do. A lot of people recommend the scopolamine patches. I personally tried them. They made me extremely dizzy within about 10 minutes. I tried one at home. Not going to happen. I've also known people that have had bad side effects from them, even after using them for multiple cruises. Then they had a side effect. So I'm personally a little bit afraid of them, but that's up to you and your doctor to decide. For me, I'm good with my Meclizine, also known as Bonine and non-drowsy Dramamine, my oil, my queasy beads, and of course my ginger pills. Which one works? People say, well, which one works? I don't care. I go and I do all of it, and it works. And I have a really fun time, and I don't have a problem. So you do what works for you, but that's what works for me. All of the links are in the description. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel so you'll get notifications. There will be a part 2 of my travel things where we talk about more in depth for actually on the plane, when we get on a ship, if the weather's hot, if the weather's cold. There's so much more to come. And so please subscribe. And this is Pam. I'm loving the journey. See you soon.